Homebased is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Good evening, everyone. Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're calling in from. I want to welcome you to tonight's call. I'm very excited that you guys all made it here. And as I'm looking at the control panel, I see that there's a whole bunch more people hopping on right now. So we're going to give you some time to get on here. We had probably over just almost 500 people register, and I just kind of sent this out a couple of days ago. So I know that this topic is going to help a lot of you guys here tonight. So that's just before I get into it. Can you guys raise your hand on the control panel on the right hand side if you can hear my voice clearly and if you can see my screen, and you should be able to see my little Facebook video there. All right, welcome guys, everybody. I see some names from across the globe, so I want to welcome you if it's the early wee hours. It's funny because I do a lot of webinars and I always get the people from the UK. They're like, okay, I'll stay up at 2 a.m. again to watch your webinar. Oh my gosh, I can't sleep anymore after the webinar. So I want to thank you for the dedication to all my across the globe peeps that are on the call tonight. So my name is Tanya Eliza. In case you do not know who I already am and you're joining me for the very first time, I always get a ton of people that recommend my training. And so if you've just met me for the very first time, I want to welcome you. And I want to just say, even though I can't personally shake your hand, I would if I could, and welcome to my call tonight. So I've been in the home business industry since 2009. And for about 4 of those years, 9, 10, 11, 12, about four of those years, I've been about full time. And, the first year or two, you're learning a lot of stuff and you're doing a lot of mindset training, and you're really just getting a handle on the ropes of everything and developing your skill set. And so over the last couple of years, we've developed a lot of success in our business. And tonight, I just want to let you know that it doesn't matter what business you're in. I'm definitely not going to be talking about mine. This is a focus on your business, whatever network marketing company that might be in, or whatever home business you're running. We're going to focus on teaching you how to get better in that business. Now, I do a lot of training, obviously, because we have a big team. And one of the things that I know that a lot of people have trouble with is after the presentation, after you're done kind of showing your business or even kind of opening the door to your business, a lot of people struggle with how to get that close, how to get that real solid interest. Obviously, you're really excited about your home business and you see the bigger vision with it, but how do we get the other person to look at it more seriously and actually have a huge benefit attached to them? Because that's really what it's all about. It's not about us having more signups in our business so we can make money. I mean, that's obviously going to be a byproduct of it, but it's more or less about the person that you're presenting to. How can we make this an irresistible offer so that they basically can't say no to you, right? So how many people, just by show of hands, would like to learn that for themselves, but not only themselves, so you can teach that to your teammate, have more people sign up on the spot, eliminate some of that fear of rejection, have people, have an opportunity or a different way to kind of open the door when you meet a prospect, right? Because we're like, what do we say when we're new? We just don't know, right? So tonight, we're going to go over that. And obviously, if you saw all of what we're going to go over, it was right kind of here. I had a post on my Facebook page where I talked about what exactly we're going to learn tonight. Now, I was very blessed to have met a really great new friend of mine about 1.5 years ago now. I've met this gentleman for the very first time, and I'm going to be actually bringing him out to help actually share how we can make this possible, because 1.5 years ago, I actually met this gentleman that I'm going to introduce to you in a minute at an event that we were at. It was a live event in Florida. And we kind of just said, hey, really briefly. And then about a month after that, I was on a webinar that he was actually doing, and he was training on this exact same thing that you guys are going to learn tonight. And I was exposed to that training, and it absolutely blew my mind. Like I was like, how can I get closer to this guy who's super successful? And, over the last little bit, we've been able to build an incredible relationship. And he is probably one of the smartest guys when it comes to, I don't know if you guys know my background, but I have a background in finance. I used to be a finance specialist before my network marketing days. And whenever Eric talks, and I'll introduce you to Eric in a minute, but whenever Eric talks, he speaks my wacky language because he knows what's going on as far as what the home-based business industry can really do for people's finances. And we're going to talk a lot about that tonight. Actually, Eric, I'm going to actually go to your Facebook page just so people, while I'm introducing you, they can actually see who you are. So I'm going to introduce to you guys Eric Tibbets. Now, I don't know if you guys know who Eric is, and he's on the call tonight, and he's got some training that he's going to go over. But Eric was recently named on the Power 50. Now, it's the most powerful and influential people in the network marketing profession. So that's what the Power 50 is, and that's what he was kind of honored with that title with them, which is pretty cool. And he's been working inside of the app space, and he has this really cool app he's going to be talking about tonight. And this app was actually recently named the #1 must-have product for the direct selling industry. And tonight we're going to show you a way where, and Eric's really good at training this, otherwise I would not have him out if he wasn't a phenomenal trainer at this, obviously to introduce him to my network, but he's going to show you pretty much a rejection-free way that you can present your business opportunity to people where they look at it and they go, this is an irresistible offer, I need to have that. And we're really just going to also give you a bulletproof door opener. So when you're meeting somebody for the very first time to talk about your opportunity, and this is a really powerful strategy, guys. I just want to know how many people on the call either put in the questions box or put your hand up, either or. How many people battle with your prospects telling you that they don't have the money? Anybody get that, or am I like the only one? Okay, so a few of you guys get that, right? A bunch of hands flying up, right? And we all get that. But now, what if you had in your back pocket a way to completely eliminate the money obstacle quickly and pretty much effortlessly? Right? And so we're going to show you a unique spin on this. Now, I can almost guarantee, unless you've seen Eric train before, you probably have never heard of this strategy to use in your presenting, because I hadn't either. And I'm a training junkie. I go out and I just absorb as much education and training as I can for my business to get better at what I do. So tonight, Eric's going to have this opportunity. We're going to actually be sharing with you how to bring this strategy into your business, become a better presenter, get more yeses on the spot with your business opportunity. And think about this, because we're at the beginning of December now. We're coming into the holiday season. Most people, what do they want around the holidays? If we're showing them a business, they don't want to spend money, they want to save money. We're going to show you a different thought pattern to get into with this. We're going to show you how you can save people money by joining your business. It'll be a profound concept, right? And what else do we have around the holidays? We have a ton of exposure to people, right? Most of us do, at least. And what if you had a really powerful way in your back pocket that you could open the door and you could just crush it to getting a solid, sit down with your business presentation? So we're going to talk all about that tonight. So Eric, are you on the call with me, my friend?
I sure am. Wow, that's an intro right there.
Isn't it? I had to, because you are so amazing. I am so excited that we are now good friends, and I was able to get you to come out and train my people and my people that, refer my trainings. And so I'm actually really excited for this, because I saw this, like I said, for the very first time about a year and a half ago, just a little less than a year and a half ago. And since learning this, I'm just geeked out about it. I love it. And I'm excited for everyone on the call to learn about it as well. Thank you for coming out.
Awesome. No, it is an absolute pleasure. Tanya, you rock. I appreciate your friendship, appreciate the relationship we have, and I'm super excited to be on the call tonight, excited to share just this product. And really, again, I'm love the community, love basically everybody locking arms and really helping empower others. And so tonight it's about just, again, putting another tool in your tool belt, and let's go really take everybody to the top. So can you guys, Tanya, can you see my screen?
Yep, I can see your screen.
All right. So again, my name is Eric Tibbets. I will be the captain of this journey of abundance and prosperity. I'm excited to go through a product that I created about this time last year. And as I came out and really started looking at what was the implications of the Rocket Recruiting app. It was really something that I built out of a mindset of the laws of reciprocity. I'm a huge believer in really making sure that we give before we ask. So as I go through this this evening, really, I mean, I'll talk about why I built it, what were some of the ideas of why I built, some of the benefits of it and the tools of it, some of the different screens of it. So excited to walk through it with you. Now, a little bit about me. I'm an entrepreneur. I've been an entrepreneur for about 15 years. I think I came to the conclusion that I'm unemployable. I think I dreamed too big to kind of be put into a box. And so as far as the network marketing profession, about the direct selling, or I like to call it the direct sharing profession, I love it. I love that a profession where people are helping people and empowering others instead of so much competing against them, but really empowering, because, again, I mean, if you want to build your income, you really do need to empower others to build their income, and I love that model. So as Tanya had mentioned, last year as I first came out with this product, I really going into the marketplace and having a lot of the leaders start to try it, starting to push it into a lot of the executives of the network marketing companies, it very quickly spread that, wow, you've got something here that's unique. It's different. It's something that's so simple to use and so simple to share. This can really revolutionize or really change some of the challenges that people are having with building their business. So last year, around December, they actually released the Direct Selling Live top 25 must-have items, and this was #1 and put me on the front cover here, as you see. But it really was just about the simplicity of it. And so tonight, I'll walk through maybe some of the key challenges that I see that many people are having, and then I'd like to demo the actual product, because I like to get live and really get into it, have you pull back the curtain, let you guys see exactly what it would be and how it would be to use it. Sound good? Is everybody ready to rock?
I'm so ready.
All right.
I got enough energy for everyone on here.
That's right. All right, so there's 3 key recruiting challenges that I noticed. Now, there might be 15, there might be 20, but these are 3 that I noticed, and when a lot of people came back and would give me testimonials that, hey, it helped me do this, or it helped me overcome that, what I found is that if I put them all into a bucket, they fell into these 3 buckets. The first was fear of rejection. So Tanya mentioned it earlier, and I was kind of laughing, because I get it so often that if you really think about the fear of rejection, if you didn't have that fear, you literally would be, I mean, everybody in your phone book, you'd be the yellow pages, everybody on Google you could find at the store, at the market, you would be going and talking to everybody, but it's that no, it's that darn no that you get sometimes. And so what I found is that people get really worried and concerned to approach somebody because they're scared of that rejection, of getting that no. But have you ever thought about what rejection is? Rejection is because you must be selling something, correct? Right? I mean, they can't reject you if you're not selling anything. It's funny. I look at like our neighborhood watch. So living in a community, they've got a neighborhood watch. The head person of the neighborhood watch, if she felt like she was selling something to all of the houses, she'd probably be worried about we'd be rejecting. But she feels like it kind of has a mindset that I'm watching the community and I'm helping and I'm enabling everybody in the neighborhood. So she sends out information. She's constantly sending tips and we really appreciate her doing that. So she has this mindset of I'm helping the community. I'm helping others. Okay, that same mindset is what I want to talk about tonight, that I need to make sure everybody on this call and everybody that you go approach and everybody that gets in your team, you need to make sure they have a mindset that they're giving value, they're giving things to people before they ever ask for anything back. Because that's typically what a lot of people do, is say, hey, you know what? Hey, I've got this amazing opportunity for you. Hey, why don't you get off work? Why don't you spend a half hour driving to my house? Now let me pitch you for an hour. And then, by the way, did you bring your wallet or your purse? Because I can't wait to get that credit card out and sell you something. Okay, that's why if you even go that direction, that's why when you invite 10 people, 1 shows up, and I hope even 1 shows up. And so what starts to happen is you start to get concerned about a failure or rejection. And then a lot of times I hear reputational risk. You know, I don't want to go approach my family and my friends. Oh, what would they say about me? Or so, hey, how do I go and approach people that I don't know? Well, if you're so concerned and you got something that you don't feel comfortable to go and talk to your mom or your dad or your brother or your sister, your cousin or your best friend or your coworker, then you're already starting off from a standpoint of you're ashamed or embarrassed of what I'm doing. So I want to give you the ability to say, oh my gosh, I never even realized this. And oh my gosh, I can't wait to go talk to my brother and my dad and my sister. It was funny. I was talking to a network marketing company, and literally I'm sitting at the table at their conference room with about 8 of them at the table. And I'm presenting this product. And one of the VPs of sales looks at me and goes, oh my gosh, I love it. I can't wait to go to my Christmas party with my family because I'm going to show them why they're missing out not being in this home business. And it was just funny that I'm looking at, here's an executive of the company saying this to me, but it's getting them in the right mindset that you really have something that is so powerful by owning and running a home-based business. We just need to share why that is to other people and make them understand why it's such a smart financial decision for them to join you in your home-based business. So like Tanya had mentioned, not only saving or keeping more money, but also how do you go make money on top of that? So, and that's what we're going to talk about more tonight. All right, the second thing that I constantly hear is, you know what, I'm just not a good salesperson, or I'm not an extrovert. Like, hey, you're out there talking to people. I'm kind of shy. I'm not sure what to say. I'm not a salesperson. I don't like to convince. I don't like to pitch. I don't like to close like that. How do I just even open up the door to talk to people about my home business? And so when I go through this product here tonight, what I'm going to show you is a simple way to open the door. Because let me ask each of you a question on the call tonight. If you have something like, let's say you have an iPhone, and you have a cool new app that you just got on the iPhone, that's free. That's just something that's a cool app. Do you get concerned to talk to your friends, your family, your coworker, anybody that you know about that? You're out at lunch and go, man, gosh, look at this cool app. Or look at this cool new thing. Or when Siri came out on the iPhone, people were like, wow, look at this. How cool is this? Well, think about it. They were sharing it, but they came from a mindset of they were sharing it with just, it was really cool. I'm not selling you anything. It's just I'm sharing how cool this app is. Okay, that's the same concept of what we're going to show you tonight. And the reason why we talk about in a rejection-free, a resistance-free way is because if I say, for instance, if Tanya and I are out to lunch, or let's say Tanya's a coworker, and I have the Rocket Recruiting app. If I say to Tanya, hey, Tanya, wow, I just got this cool new app. I didn't realize how much my wife and I were losing every single month on each paycheck. Hey, Tanya, are you interested in maybe how much you're losing? Okay, do you notice if I say, hey, Tanya, I've got this amazing opportunity. Hey, can you meet tonight and let's talk about the opportunity? Okay, already in Tanya's mind, she's going, oh my gosh, what is this opportunity for what? I mean, it's going to cost me something? What's going on? Versus, hey, Tanya, I just realized we were losing money every single month. Are you interested in maybe how much you might be losing? Because what I found is that people do not like to lose money. And you don't know what you don't know. And so if I say, hey, I didn't realize I was losing money. Holy moly. Tanya, are you interested in maybe how much you're losing? And what you find is that they go, we're losing. What are you talking about? Yeah. And it's got this really cool app that shows you literally how much money you're losing, or an estimation on each paycheck by not being in a home business. I mean, we talked multiple times about the business that I'm in. This app actually shows you what you're losing by not even looking at it. Because there's 2 ways that you can look at this. One is a door opener, because in reality, all you want to do is you want to open up the door for a conversation. You want to open up the door to where you're not trying to say, hey, here's something, look at it, now let's talk about how I'm going to get you to close on it. And so I always come from a mindset of I know, and this is the way I look at it. And when I was building this, I didn't know any of this. I'm not a financial expert, a tax expert. I literally just learned this because a tax professional came to me on another technology that I built and said, wow, I love this technology. Did you realize that people are losing all this money by not making that decision to be in a home-based business? And that's what kind of got my mind going of saying, wow, I've never even looked at it that way. So I come from the standpoint of thinking, you know what, if I have a fountain in the backyard that drops $200 to $500 and puts it in the pocket of every person I bring over in my backyard to look at the fountain, why would I not show everybody? Why would I get scared to not go and show everybody that, hey, I've got this fountain that gives you $200 to $500. Are you interested in maybe looking at it? Because I don't see that I'm selling anything. I'm just sharing good information. What I found is selling, you can get rejected. Information, good information is rejection free. If you're just giving people information, you'll find that people just go, wow, I never realized. Now, maybe they don't join your business, but they're appreciative that you actually showed them that, something you just learned. And what I've noticed is that when you can show somebody an estimation, let's say that they might be losing around $400 per month. Even if they don't join your business right then, I promise you, that starts to play on their mind. Because it gets to, like Tanya was saying, it gets to the holiday season. People are going, man, we need to find some extra money, or we're living paycheck to paycheck, or how do we make some extra money? We're coming to the holidays. Now we're coming into the new year. How do I make some extra money, really get this year started? And then in their mind, they're thinking, wait a second, Eric was talking to me about something that we're losing some money, or we might be able to start to keep an extra $400 per month. You know what? I need to give him a call and talk more about that. Okay, and I'll show you exactly how we do that. All right, make sense so far?
Love it.
All right, the third is overcoming the money obstacle. That darn money obstacle. Darn money. Money keeps getting in the way. And it's funny to hear Tanya say, how many people get the money obstacle? It's, oh, there's only me, only one. Okay, that's the number one thing that I hear, is that, I felt like I did a great presentation. I felt like it was going awesome. And then somebody goes, God, I love it. I love the products, but you know what? We're tight on money. We're tight on money. Just don't have the extra money right now to throw at this. And in their mind, they're thinking, okay, I need to put money in. And what if I fail? What if I can't do it? What if I can't get anybody in the business? What happens to my money? Am I going to make the money? Okay, you want to, again, we go back to, if I give you, so for instance, if I can give you $400, and out of that $400, you need to invest $200 of that $400 to get started in the business. And now you get access to these amazing products, and we also can go share this amazing opportunity of how other people can keep more of what they make, and how they can take $400 and just invest $200 and these amazing products. Now we're sharing these products. Now, oh my gosh, there's actually people joining my business. I'm making money on top of the money that I was keeping in the first place. What I found is, you want to talk about a firecracker, a rocket ship. Start getting people in the mindset of sharing and of giving. And I can give you a raise. If you each have the ability to give somebody a raise, how cool is that? That's got to be the coolest thing I've ever heard. It's like, who do I want to give a raise to today? Man, I can't wait. And now you start looking at my mom, my brother, my sister. Why would I not help them get a raise? Because what I found is that people you don't know what you don't know. And what we do is we all go to school. We learn how to make money. That's the school, is get an education of how do you do trade, how do you go make money. Well, first of all, whoever taught you how to manage it, because I'll be the first to say, I have made millions and I've lost millions, and it got to the point to where I was tired, because it was like, oh, wow, I'm on the highest high. Oh my gosh, I'm on the lowest low. I'm on the highest high. And so finally I started building systems just for myself to just start managing money. Where's my money going? How do I simplify this whole thing? But the second is, how do I maximize my money? I think it was the first time when it came out that Warren Buffett's secretary is paying more than Warren Buffett in taxes, that people started going, what? What's going on here? And it's because there are two tax systems, one for the informed and one for the uninformed. And it really is that way. People that understand taxes and CPAs that understand tax strategies, they understand, how do I keep more of my money? I take that money, I invest it in me, and I make me more money. Now, at the end of the day, do I pay more in taxes on more money? Sure. But that's why the IRS helps you by giving money back on each paycheck, because they want to help you get into a business, because their whole mindset is, if you start to build that business, make more money, you're going to pay more in taxes, but you're happy you're doing it. And so the whole point that this Rocket Recruiting app is built upon is that if I can show somebody that on each paycheck that they're paying maximum taxes, if I can give them a little bit extra on each paycheck, which pays for the business, now there's no out-of-pocket expense. Now you're profitable month one. Now you're excited about sharing this with other people because, you're making money. That's pretty powerful. And so let's go through it today, and then I think by the end of this, and I'll really start getting deeper of kind of how you approach people and go from there. All right, so let me exit out of here. Let me go over to here. All right, Tanya, can you see my screen?
Yep, it's clear.
All right, awesome. All right, so this is a web app. And so I want to be very clear. So different than a native app. So a native app is something that goes onto your iPhone, just sits right there. Now, a native app and a web app is very similar in the sense of a web app, you can have an icon on your phone that you literally just click on, but a web app uses the web. So you need to be connected to some sort of internet connection. Now, the difference about a web app is that it doesn't matter what device you're on. For instance, I'm on a PC. So some of you are probably on a Mac, on a desktop. Some of you might be on an iPad. It doesn't matter. This works with any device you have. And the screen just becomes, basically it fits whatever device you're using. So if I'm using an iPhone to show people, which is typically what I do, or if you've got an Android, if you've got an iPad, if you've got a Samsung, it doesn't matter what device you have. So don't worry about that. Like, am I compatible with this product? Yes, you are. So if you can get onto an internet, which you're on the internet on a GoToMeeting, this product will work for you. All right, so as you come in, as you log in, this is the opening screen of what you're going to see. Now let me just refresh and let's go up here. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to go up here to My Profile. And you want to click on that, and you want to fill out the details of who you are. What's your name? What's your telephone number? What's your opportunity sites, or where can they reach you? What's your Facebook page, your Twitter page, your LinkedIn, your Google? Upload a picture of yourself. Okay, you want to go create that first of who you are, and I'll explain why here in a minute. All right, so as an app, for instance, it's funny. One of our mutual friends, Tanya and I's mutual friends, we're at that event that Tanya was talking about. And this mutual friend comes out, and I said, hey, I want to show you this cool Rocket Recruiting app. And literally, I just had it on my iPhone. And in about 15 seconds, I said, look how cool this would be if you could do this, and then calculate. And he was like, wow, that is a game changer. Okay, and it really was just this. See, what I wanted to do is I wanted to make it to where people understood that if you're in a home-based business, there's a lot of deductions once you're in. And so with rent to mortgage, as far as, hey, I'm using one of our bedrooms as my office, or I'm using space to put products, or whatever it might be. But without having a home-based business, you don't get any of those deductions. So one thing that I learned a long time ago, people buy emotionally, but they justify factually. Okay, let me say that again. People buy emotionally, but they justify factually. And so what happens is you can get somebody just super geeked up and, wow, oh my gosh, this looks so cool. I love it, I love it, I love it. But then they start to go, when they justify factually, they start to get into numbers and start to go, well, how much is that going to cost me? Oh my gosh, that's okay. Well, you know what? Yeah, hey, you know what? I can't quite do it right now. I don't have the money. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to walk people through buying emotionally, get them excited about what you have, but justify factually. Let's get the numbers and let's show them that it's a smart financial decision. So that's what this does. So what we have here is just 5. Now, guys, there's 30, 50, 80, deductions that you can get by being a home business owner, but these are just 5. And they're 5 that most people do. Like, most people have a rent or mortgage. So what I put in here is the average in the U.S. So the average rent or mortgage in the U.S. is $1,550. Okay, so I just wanted to put that in there. So if you ask somebody, hey, you know what, are you interested in maybe how much you're losing? Look, here's a couple of things that will show you an estimation. Because what I wanted to do is I wanted to give somebody an estimation right then and quantify what they might be losing. Now, guys, I'll be the first to say, is you never want to say, hey, this is exactly what you're losing, because it's an estimation. I wanted to make it to where I don't know what it might be. It might be a little bit higher, a little bit lower, but let's just see if there is something that you might be losing. So you're going to get people to where, hey, I don't want to tell you what my rent or mortgage is. And typically, if I approach somebody, I will say, hey, you know what? I don't even want to know what your rent or mortgage is. The nation's average is $1,550. Do you think you're pretty close to that? And typically, people will go, yeah, just use that. Okay, great. Hey, with your cars, how many miles do you think you drive each year? The average is 15,000, so you could go, let's say 10,000. Okay, great. Hey, when you take vacations, you take airfare, hotel, parking, all of those things, what do you think you spend a year on vacations right now? Because in a business, what's great is I don't take vacations anymore. What I do is I go out and I take business trips, and I have fun on these business trips. Because I'm out there, I'm sharing my business, I'm giving business cards, I'm talking to people about why I'm out here in this business, and I'm enjoying it. I'm building my team out there on trips. Okay, so to be able to say to somebody, hey, what do you think you're spending on that now? Again, I just put $4,000 annually, because typically what we found is that people will work their job to save up for their 2 weeks, and then they spend on an average about $4,000 annually on those vacations. Okay, so great, let's just keep it at the average. Hey, what do you think you spend on eating out, on breakfast, lunches, dinners? If you go and eat out, what do you think you spend per month? Around $400 per month? All right, great, that's about average. Hey, with your cell phone, your internet, what do you think you're spending per month? Around $200 per month? All right, great. Okay, so literally just in asking a few questions and even saying to them, hey, these are the averages, and not even changing anything if you don't want, you can click Calculate Savings, and instantly right in front of them, it shows on an average tax rate, your monthly savings could be approximately $420 per month. Okay, guys, 70% of all bankruptcies could have been avoided by an extra $300 per month. If I can show you right now that you're estimated that you're losing around $420 per month, and my business is $200 a month to be in, you're positive cash flow, and you haven't even joined the business yet. How powerful is that? You guys, because the whole mindset that I've come from and really learning with my tax partners now is that, my gosh, people just don't know they're going out and getting killed in taxes, and they just don't know it. And they're scared because I don't know who to talk to, and I just keep doing it. Okay, we want to show somebody, it's called a pattern break. We're all computers. I mean, have you ever thought about it? Why do you wake up? Why do you sleep on the same side of the bed? Why do you drive to work the same way? Why do you do the same routine in the morning? Why do you do that? It's because our mind, we get trained, we get in habits, we start just doing the same thing every day. And what happens is you wake up years later and look up and you go, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Whoa, wait, where'd those 2 years go? What you need to create in people's minds is a pattern break. You need to stop them for a second and say, have you ever thought that you might be losing money? Have you ever wondered, why does Warren Buffett's secretary pay more in taxes than Warren Buffett? Why is that? You want to create a pattern break to where people stop and go, I'm losing 420, what? And say, yeah, you know what? I'll tell you what. I know that this was just something that was just kind of a fun little activity right here. So let's do this. Let me actually save this report. Tanya, I know you need to talk to your boyfriend, or hey, myself, hey, Eric, I know you need to talk to your wife about what this might mean. So let's do this. Let me save this report, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to send it to you. I'm going to send you and show you kind of the tax benefits of running a home-based business, but really something that you can talk to your wife or your husband about, and then we can catch up later. Sound good? All right, great. All right, so let's put your name in here. So let's just put test. Let's say it's test@test.com. All right, great. What's the best number to reach you? Well, it's 555-444-3333. All right, great. Well, Eric loves this product, and he wants to buy tomorrow. Okay, great. So you want to put a little note about them, because I'll explain here in a second why. But then, hey, you know what? I'm going to send this off to you today. Is it a good time maybe tomorrow? Give you a call? Yep. All right, great. All right, guys, one thing I noticed is that if you ask somebody, hey, I'm going to send you some information. Hey, I've got an opportunity. I'm going to send you some information. Have you noticed some people give you an email address that's like, is it spam? I don't need it. You're like, what are you talking about? This isn't spam. This is important. Okay, versus, hey, I've got something that is of value. I mean, I'll just a quick analogy. Think about if somebody came to you and said, man, I'm dying in debt, and we're about to lose our house, and you had a guaranteed, proven way to get them out of debt and out of foreclosure and put some money in their pocket, who has the power? You, right? You have the information. You have the power. Information is power. If I know how to get you out of debt, how to get you out of foreclosure, put some extra money in your pocket, hey, you know what? Let's talk about it next month. Okay, have you ever noticed that people go, can't do it right now. They're real tight on funds. Hey, why don't you give me a call next month? And you're like, well, it's because you must not, there's not value. There's something that they don't see as valuable. You're not giving them enough. They're not giving them something that they say, my gosh, don't stop running away from me. I need this information. Well, that's the same as saying, hey, wow, I'm showing you're losing approximately $400 a month, but hey, don't worry about that. We'll talk about it next month. You want them to go, what? I'm losing $400? Blah, 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 blah. Tell me about this. Okay, so then when I get the information, you're going to find that they give you the real information. I want that report. Yep, send me that report. That's the numbers I put in, right? Okay, great, I want that report. Then you put in a little bit of details, so as you call them, you understand, especially in products where they say, especially if you just got, you as a door opener, that's a great way to get into the conversation. But think about it also that when at the end they say, I just don't have the money. Well, guess what? What if I could actually find you the money? What if it didn't cost you anything? Maybe you actually put some extra money in your pocket right now. Would that interest you to get started today? Well, what you'll find is you just completely take away the objection of, the money obstacle is, hey, great, if it was free and I actually could put some money in your pocket, would that change things for you? Yeah, absolutely. Well, great. Let me show you the quick little app that I have and see maybe what you might be losing by not making that decision to join my home business. Okay? And so second thing is all of this right here, now I've got your information, because here's the thing. When I fill this out for every person that I know, the IRS at tax time, the biggest thing they want to know is this a hobby for you or is this a business for you? Are you working your business? Okay, every one of these I fill out, it stores it for me. And I have it all logged, because what I want to show is if I ever get audited, I work my business every day. I'm showing people the value of owning and running and being an entrepreneur every single day. And let me pull up this little app and I'll prove it to you. I'll show it to you right now. Okay, so it's all logged, stored for you. You've got all of this. Think of it as a little contact database with all of these people done. Okay, so I've got all that in there, the details. I'm going to call them tomorrow, save an email. Now what it does is it actually pre-populates an email for me. Hi, Test, or whatever their name is. It was a pleasure talking with you today. You will find your tax savings analysis attached. Included in the PDF is a bonus, a special report called the 2 Tax Systems. It's only 2 pages long, but the information it contains is important and not many people know about it. I know that you'll find it useful. I look forward to talking with you again soon. All the best, Eric. Okay, I wanted to make it, if you want to tweak it, great, do it. I wanted to make this thing so simple, stupid simple, that you literally just click, boom. Okay, is there anything that you want to change? Nope. Okay, click, next. Okay, let me put your information in, click, and then send email. Okay, done. Now, sending that email, what that person gets is in their email, they get this. Hey, Tess, it was a pleasure talking with you today. All the best, estimated tax savings, monthly, and the report attached. Okay, in that report, it looks like this. Okay, so what you've got is 6 pages. So the first page is the tax savings estimator, prepared by, and it pre-populates off that profile that I showed you guys. Now, what we do is we immediately say the 2 tax systems, and what we talk about is this was prepared by Accountable Solutions, the direct seller's tax expert. Because the last thing I want is you guys giving tax advice that, hey, you know what? Okay, so how do I get that? How do I get that raise? How do I get that money? Well, great. You know what? You look at that report, walk through it, and it's going to explain exactly how we connect you with the tax professional that will help you get that raise. Because I'm not a tax expert, and that's not what I want to get into. I basically show you the power of what this opportunity is. This tool, what you'll find is this tool will do the heavy lifting for you. You guys just focus on your product, your opportunity. Let this be a great door opener and let it be a great closer as far as the overcoming the money obstacle. Because right in here we put the two tax systems. Remember we were talking about people buy emotionally, but they justify factually? Well, I built this report basic for that. So the third page is, what do employees get? They work hard, immediately lose a huge chunk of their wages to taxes, get to take home whatever is left after taxes are paid. Entitled limited deductions. I want somebody in a 9-to-5 job, I want somebody to look at this and go, my gosh, that's me. That's me. And then to have them say, oh my gosh, that's Eric. So you're telling me that you get to earn money, spend for whatever they want or need, pay taxes on whatever is left over, and deductions include. These are all the things that you can start deducting being in a home-based business. Wow, look at all these benefits. Okay, emotional. I want them to feel emotional pain, that they're looking at this going, I never knew. This is me, this is you, and you get all these benefits. Then you look at justifying factually. Okay, let's go to the next page. Here's the numbers that you talked about. So through the deductions, in like mills, 50% of the percentages that you can take, what we were talking about is that, hey, what's your rent or mortgage? Hey, how many miles do you drive each year? So through that little report, and it gets down to your estimated monthly tax savings, they start to look at this number and they go, my gosh, that's my money. That's money in my pocket. So as we start the whole conversation or at the end, now I'm showing them real numbers. Because guys, what I realized is when somebody says, oh, and by the way, there's tax savings of owning and running a home business, that is so fluffy. That means nothing to me. That means nothing to most people. It's so far removed from what they can touch and feel that it's like, okay, what does that even mean? Is that next year? When is it? And what does it mean to me? Is that 1,000 to me? Is that 10,000? What is it? So what I wanted to do is I wanted to start quantifying it in estimation that it becomes personal for them. It isn't, hey, there's $6,000 to $10,000 tax savings. Well, great. What does that mean to me? Well, we just went through some estimations, and it's estimated around that much for you. Is that enough to make you stop and let's get serious about looking into this opportunity? And what you'll find is that pretty much on average, it's about $100 per week that people are losing. So just think of it as $200 to $500 per month, which, you guys, is a game changer for most people. If you really think about most people in network marketing, I mean, the stats are they just want to make an extra $200 to $500 per month. Can you imagine you're saving them $200 to $500 a month and they haven't even started in the business yet? And now imagine being in the business saying, oh my gosh, I got to go tell my mom. Now I'm saving my mom, my dad, my brother, my cousin, all of them. They're all keeping more of what they make and actually investing it in this business. And now, oh my gosh, I've got 6 people on my team. Now I'm making extra this much per month. Wow. And it wasn't, okay, got to sit down. How am I going to pitch them? How am I going to convince them? How am I going to close them? This is rejection free. Guys, this is, hey, I'm just showing you what you might be losing. Whether you do anything on it or not is really up to you. It's just a cool app. Okay, next page. Now people at this point typically say, all right, I'm in. What do I need to do? So next page is, all right, ready to get started? Okay, all you do, start a home business. Contact the person who sent you this report and find out more information about their home business and if it's the right fit for you. Because here's the thing, none of this of what we're talking about it has no impact if you don't have a home business. If you don't have a home business, this is moot. This isn't, we shouldn't even be talking about it. Okay, you got to be in a home business first. Then we can get into what that means as far as keeping more of what you make, what the deductions look like, things like that. All right, the second thing is contact Accountable Solutions, the direct seller's tax expert. Here's their name, here's their telephone number, here's their email address, here's their website. Guys, think of this. This tool not only gives you a door opener, it gives you a way to overcome the money obstacle, but it also gives you a tax professional that's your partner. So when somebody says, well, how do I do it? Great, just contact my tax professional. It's in that report. Just give them a call. They'll get you taken care of on that side. I'll get you started in the business. Because I never, ever, ever want you to have to get into a position that you go, well, let's see, you go into your W-4 and then, let's see, deductions, why don't you just put an 8 or a 4 or a 2? No, let the tax professional do it for you on your behalf. And basically, they will look at, okay, what are you working in now? What's your W-2 job? All right, so how much time are you going to work on this home business? And then how much are you investing into the home-based business to get started? So they can help them make an educated response as far as what that would look like for that person, okay? Then the last thing is, now that I've shown you how to go about getting that that money into your pocket, the last is you need to contact me. So remember I talked about my profile and setting up your profile? This report pulls right off that profile. So it has your name, your picture, has all of your contact information in there. So it gives them the ability that they can now go, you know what, we've got to give Eric a call. If you really look at the report, I was very methodical creating that report. I wanted to make it to where somebody walked through a pattern and said, all right, emotionally get them charged up, like, why is that not me? Then financially, oh my gosh, we're losing money. Okay, what do we do next? How do we get started? Okay, boom, there you go. Here's the person to talk to. And by the way, you need a home-based business, and we just talked about it. Hey, here's my information. What do you think? Pretty simple, right? We wanted to make it to where you don't have to be a financial wizard. You don't have to be a tech wizard. You don't have to get into all of the things of, okay, I need to learn this whole technology. No, it's as simple as you literally log in on any device, brings up this, and I can show somebody and I can walk them right through it. Now, at the bottom under the Calculate Savings, just go to Previous Reports. All I have to do is I go up here, I click on Test. Here's their mobile number. I can just click, one click, and dial them. I can hit one click and it'll email them. It gives me a little snapshot of Eric loves this product and he wants to buy tomorrow. I can get into into the details of what it meant. I can edit your contact. I can resend you that tax report. But I wanted to make it to where the biggest challenge most people have is follow-up. So if I'm out there showing people that they're losing money, that, hey, it's a smart financial decision, my gosh, guys, let's get together and let's go show other people this. I wanted to make sure you're following up. So remember, as you sent that report, it has a date to follow up. It will shoot you that email of what you sent them to remind you to call them. Because I wanted to give you that number, because I want to give you the ability to say, remember I was showing you how you possibly could be losing $420 per month? Did you get a chance to talk to Shelly or get a chance to talk to your husband about that? And what you find is that instead of people going, oh my gosh, he's calling me to close me, and when you come into my opportunity meeting, is that, you know what, hey, just following, you wanted me to give you a call, just wondered if you had a chance to look at it. And what you start finding is that report, and when they look at that, it's something that emotionally they start to connect with it. That's my money I'm losing. Okay, that's really key, is to make it to where people start to feel emotionally tied that, hey, I need to talk to Eric. I need to give him a call and talk to him and learn more about what he's doing. And that really was my whole purpose of building this, was not to be a closing thing, was really to open up a conversation with somebody. It was something to get to the end where people go, oh, I just don't have the money, and open up a conversation. Well, hey, if I could find you the money, would that make it to where you might want to look a little bit deeper into what we're doing? And what I found is that when you can take the money out of it, people get really intrigued. They're really, truly interested. But when you start a lot of times of saying, let me talk to you about this opportunity, when you're going through your opportunity or your pitch, if you will, in the back of their mind, they're already thinking how much it's going to cost them. My gosh, how much is this going to cost me? Oh, geez, oh boy, here they come. When's it coming? When's the number coming? But if you share this and say, you're losing money, now they're starting going, I'm looking at this and wow, this is going to be, that's $420. Wow, I mean, that would change my life right now. Oh my gosh, now tell me more about the opportunity. Now tell me the products, because in their mind, this is saving them money. They're keeping more money. Okay, make sense? All right, so let's get back here. So we talked about fear of rejection, reputational risk again. Just making it to where you don't have any reputational risk. It's a cool app. You guys are sharing apps. You're sharing things on your phone. You're sending emails. You're on Facebook. I mean, guys, look at your Facebook. If you were selling people things, you'd be worried to go out and push. If you're sharing good, look at this picture, look at this funny thing, or look at this. I mean, there's no reputational risk. It's a great door opener, overcoming the money. We talked about that. All right, we're getting to the end of the hour. So how much is it? How does this work? So there's a simple 3-step sign-up process. I'm a true believer in letting people try it before they ever buy it. So with this product, if you go to, on the screen, if you go to tanyaeliza.com/tax savings, okay, www.tanyaeliza.com/tax savings. You're going to go to the Rocket Recruiting page, and it's going to have a video that you can watch, a little 2-3 minute video, kind of show you exactly what I basically showed you. But when you get signed up, it gives you 7 days free. Okay, here's my guarantee to you. If you go 7 days trying this, and you go out and try it to and show a few people, and you don't get the response like I just went through, cancel. No problem. And it doesn't cost you anything. It doesn't cost you a penny. So there's nothing. The only time it will bill you is after the 8th day. Okay, so you get a true 7 days. It doesn't take money, and then you have to return the money, refund the money. It doesn't bill until the 8th day. Okay, so you can go and try the system and really a true trial of 7 days. Then it will send you an email with your login instructions, and there's a couple bonuses on there that just look at that, and you literally instantly will have access to this app. Okay, now as a part of that, it comes with a 7 days to rejection-free recruiting. So the day one, I give you the training of the app, like we talked about and just went through. The second day is I actually send you scripts and door openers, things that literally, actually, there were just testimonials that were sent in to me that people would say, oh my gosh, this is amazing, here's what I did. And what I did is I took those and I put them into a PDF report, and I give those to you and say, hey, here's what other people did. Maybe try these door openers. I actually show you real people, real results. I actually show you what other people are doing and how they did it using the app. Because again, I'm a huge believer, let's all help each other. We're not in competition. Let's help each other and learn from each other on what's working. There's actually a lot more than 7 days, just because it got there's so much good information that I kept sending out another day of emails of like, wow, this is really good information. Wow, here's a great testimonial. Have you guys ever looked at trying this? All right, so the price, it's $4.95 a month. Guys, it's $4.95 per month. Or it's $49.95 for the whole year. So you basically are getting 2 free months. Now, I'm going to throw in a little kicker here. It's the holiday season. Tanya's my friend, and I'm going to throw in a big bonus as far as if you join on that $49.95. So if you join for the 1 year, and again, you get 7 days to try. If you join for the $49.95 per year, I'm going to throw in immediately. You will get a report called "How to Overcome the Top 10 MLM Objections Instantly." Okay, you guys. This is worth, I put $97 value. I'll do every once in a while little like 24-hour or 48-hour specials where I'll do it for a little bit less. You guys, this is worth, in my mind, thousands. Because what it does, you know what? I have to do this, I'm sorry. I want to see, let me go right here. Let me see if I want to show you what this report looks like.
While you're looking for that report, a couple people have asked, what countries could this be used in? I know I have some foreigners here to us, anyways.
Yep.
Good question.
So we have tax professionals. I mean, in reality, this can be used anywhere. If you're purely using it from what I look at from a standpoint of just an eye opener, as far as, hey, have you ever looked at how much you might be losing as an eye opener and giving a number? I mean, in reality, you can be used anywhere. But we have, I mean, U.S., of course, we have Canadian tax professionals. We have Europe, but what we're finding is that we've got to find the right CPAs. We've got to find the right tax professionals, because there's a lot of tax professionals we notice that don't understand home-based businesses. They don't understand what the tax laws really are. So we've been very protective as far as who do we put our name on, who do we actually support. So, I mean, Europe, we're really kind of spreading, and what I'm finding is a lot of our clients and our customers are introducing us to people that they're finding are the right tax professionals. So we're growing literally monthly as far as spreading on tax professionals you can use. Great question. All right, so I just wanted to show you real quick what this report looks like, because you really don't realize the power of it until you start reading it. But guys, this is about how do you take an objection, find the cause of what that objection is, and eliminate it. And literally this person, I mean, I won't get super deep, but he's an expert in neuro-linguistics and neural persuasion. And so it's all about how do you actually take somebody and start to discover what those objections are? So I get into why are people no, who's this for? All right, let's get started. What's an objection? So it's easy to eliminate an objection when you understand the cause. And how do you understand and eliminate that cause? So what's an objection? We get into the cause and effect of what objections are. What is neural persuasion? So this is all about if you ever get an objection of no, or I can't afford it, I'm just not sure it'll work for me, I have to think about it, I eat healthy, I don't need to lose weight, I like to eat real food, I don't have the time, I tried it once and it didn't work, is this multi-level marketing? Only people at the top ever make money? So if you're getting any of those, we literally will walk you through, all right, so if you're getting no, here's what you do. You say this. When they say no, it gives you exactly the response of what you say to them, okay, word by word. And the whole thing is just learn exactly what this is. Exactly using neural persuasion. What, if they say no, ask these questions. If they say I can't afford it, what does that mean? What are the responses as far as going back to them? So literally, it just won't, not sure it'll work for me. What does this mean? What is the response? I have to think about it. What does this mean? What's the response? It literally is just learn what the response is. You guys will be floored at once you start asking people these questions or learning these responses, you'll be floored at literally the response, because what you're doing is you're not selling, you're not convincing. When somebody says, yeah, I just don't think it's right for me, and you go, no, what do you mean it's not right for you? I mean, this is perfect. I mean, haven't you ever had, you're trying to convince them. That's really tough. And most people are just not, don't like to do it. This is a great way to immediately find the cause of why are they saying that, and then how do we get to, and then how do we release that cause to get them super excited. All right, I just had to do that because it's, as a part of the program, super valuable. So as a 1-year sign up, you'll get that free as a part of it. I've also written a book. Tanya sent a book to her to read, but this is the ebook. I was doing a special where we were kind of getting started giving away the ebook. We're now going to move to it's $4.95, but I'll just include that as a part of the 1-year sign up. So really wanting to make it to where, you guys, I want to give you, we're coming into the holidays, give you a ton of value for getting started. But like Tanya had mentioned, right now is honestly the best time of the year ever with this product. This is where I get more testimonials with this product, just because people are, you're going into the holidays where you're sitting with family, with friends. It's a great time where people are relaxed. You're showing them things that you've been working on in the year. You're showing them things, cool things that you've learned. This is a great time to say, look at this cool app. I was on this webinar, downloaded this app. Look at how cool this is. I've had more feedback and testimonials literally from this time going into December, January, February than any time of the year, just because they're being able to relax with people in the holidays, but then in the beginning of the year, people are all focused on getting better, eating healthier, getting more financially fit. How do I make more money? How do I save more money? How do I manage my money? All of those things, you can literally, you've got a product that fits to them. So I appreciate it, Tanya. It's an absolute pleasure just knowing you, being a partner with you, and it's an absolute pleasure with the audience here tonight. So I appreciate it.
Thanks, Eric. Yeah, and I want to thank you so much for your time as well, guys, because this is something that we don't think of, and I think it's putting the thought pattern over onto the other side. I think people, if we run up to them saying, hey, we can show you how to make more money, it sort of offends people. I know it did for me, because I was actually quite successful before I hit the network marketing industry. I was quite successful in my job. It was just that, though. I never saw the bigger picture, but somebody actually approached me in network marketing and said the way that they talked to me was, hey, I can show you how to make more money. And I was kind of offended when somebody came up to me saying that, because I was making good money. I'm like, hey, how dare you tell me I should make more money? But if somebody were to have come up to me and said, hey, I can show you a way how you can save money, especially when it comes to your taxes, I'm all ears. Now, I'm totally agreeing. I'm very analytical. My background is finance. That stuff it thrills me to learn. But I think that we all need to be a little bit smarter when it comes to our bottom line. And, really helping people spread that message is a great way. Plus, you get to help them save money. Plus, you get to help them make money on the other end and bless them with the community of your home business. Because that's one thing I love about the home business industry is the communities that are built throughout those communities. They're some of the best, funnest times ever out there. So I want to thank you for bringing that light to our industry, because I've never seen, I don't know who else does. And if, you're forefronting it, man, I'm excited to forefront it with you, because I think it's a very, very important issue, especially when we know statistically, if the average American household could bring in an extra $500 a month, they could eliminate their credit card debt and a lot of the other debt that they're holding and live a lot less stress in their family. So thank you so much, Eric. Is there any, I always like to open it up. There's still quite a few people on the call. If you have any questions that maybe we can answer any of your questions that you might have. And we answered one of them. I just had a couple people asking the same question on that. So just to clarify, you guys have tax professionals in Canada, the US, some over in Europe. Am I correct on that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
There you go, guys. But yeah, what Eric was also saying is the concept is the concept. Every country, you have some sort of income tax that you are paying. So the concept and the idea of using this as a way to show people having a home business can save you money. The very difference is when you're in a job, and I'm from Canada, guys, just so that you guys all know I am Canadian. This does very much apply to everything that I do as well. And I'm Canadian. I'm the foreigner. I'm exotic, I like to say. When I went to my job and I traded my time for dollars and you got paid by your employer, they take your taxes off before you see your money, right? As a home business professional, we get to keep all of our money for the entire year, and then we pay out whatever taxes we're owed on the balance minus deductions that we have at the end of the year. Do you realize, like for me, it's a profound concept that the government will take all of my money on every one of my paychecks as an employee, they'll go gain interest on it, and then they'll just give me back, not plus interest, they'll just give me whatever back maybe that I maybe overpaid for that year. So as a home business owner and a business owner in general, you get to invest all of your money for the entire year, and you get to gain interest on it. And at the end of the year, whatever you do owe in taxes, you just pay those taxes. But it's you owning your own income. It's not the government making money on your money and not giving that money back to you. Does that make sense? Did I confuse everyone?
You're giving the government an interest-free loan.
Yes. Oh, yeah, exactly. And not a lot of people realize that, but when you're a six-figure earner getting paid on what you guys would call a W-2, what we call a T4, that is a heck of a lot of money that they're gaining interest on and not giving me a cut of my own money's interest. That was not cool. Right. But we live and we learn. And the good thing is tonight we all learned a little bit, right? And now we're more empowered with information that we can go out there and change some lives with. And that's the beautiful thing. So I'm just going to see if there's any, everyone's saying, thank you. Wow, this is awesome. That was so powerful. I've never heard it that way before. So you guys, those kudos, I want to thank you for those. Jim asks, is this recorded? Yeah, it is recorded. So I'll send out a recording again, tomorrow. I'll get that sent out sometime tomorrow, so keep an eye on it. On the web app, yeah, Debbie, as far as I understand, and Eric, you can correct me if I'm wrong, on that app, there's not a country option. It's just, the numbers. Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah. It's the same concept, Debbie. I mean, either way, give or take, you're gonna save your people some money. It's just gonna open their eyes to a different way of thinking about this.
Yeah, it does not get into a currency specific. It really is just digit specific. And Tan, you really put it, it's a concept. It's purely, you got to look at it as if you've got a mortgage or a rent, and everybody around the world in any country does. Most people have a car, they drive, or they eat out. The things and that's why I didn't go really in depth. I just kept it to 5 that are very generic, that really kind of encompass what most people have in their lives. So it really is something to where trying to keep it very simple, that the concept of just you might be losing some money, that to me, and the testimonials I get are enough to open somebody to the point to where they say, all right, show me more of what you have.
Yeah. And actually, Rick asked this question. Good question. It's a very good question. And I assume you're probably going to answer this in your bonuses that you're giving, or maybe it's answered in the 7 days to rejection. So Eric will tell us when's a good time to transition to the tax saving question, before the presentation or after the presentation?
That's really funny. It really is dependent on how you feel, because I have people that have no problem opening up the door, no problem getting into conversations with people. They find that where they're really struggling is the money obstacle. So they actually tell me, hey, I don't need it on the front end. I'm good there. My products sell themselves. It's when my product we get to the end and they go, I just don't have the money. That's when you really just got to look at it as wherever you find that either you're uncomfortable opening up the door or you're getting the money obstacle, that is where you use it. And so I have a lot of people that they use it as the door opener, that they go, wow, I love to start it this way because I find that my presentations go in a different direction and they start getting a lot more ingrained in learning about my products, because in the back of their mind, they're not concerned that it's going to cost me money. This not only is going to save me money, and I get to use these products. Tell me more about the products, because I'm already profitable. So,
Yeah, I agree.
Excellent question. And you know what? Let me just throw out, this was a testimonial that I got, and I thought it was brilliant. I had, and actually multiple people call me and say, I just put in my closest friends, my coworker, without them there next to me, I just put their information into the Rocket Recruiting and sent them a report, and then called them and said, hey, I got this cool new app, but I haven't seen the report quite yet. Did you get some report for me? And tell me, what did you think of that? And what they were saying is literally people were looking at it and going, yeah, what is this? And we're going, oh, you know what, this is actually a report. It's a cool new app that I got that I'm using in my home business. It's showing people how much they're losing by not being in a home-based business.
I like that.
And they go, wow. They said, and then next thing I know, they're saying, what? I mean, how much you're losing? We'll do my numbers. I go, okay, here, let me just do them real quick.
I like that. That's slick. That's very indirect. I like it. Matthew already signed up. Boom. He's excited to start using it. Elaine, this is what I did.
Matthew.
Yeah. I know Matthew. Elaine asked a good question. Can the app go on my iPad and iPhone? This is what I did with it, Elaine. So it's a web application. So what you can do is I went to so when you sign up, you get your login information. You can log in and you do it through your Safari on your iPhone. Here's how I did it anyways. And maybe Eric can tell me if there's an easier way, but this worked good with me. I just logged in, and then you know how you can click the little icon to have it saved to your home screen? I have it saved to my home screen, so it looks exactly like an app, and then it connects me right to the web application for me to use in front of my prospects.
Yes.
Is that how you do it?
Multiple devices. So you can have an icon on your phone, your iPhone, your iPad, your desktop, wherever. I mean, literally, you can use this because it's web-based on every device you have, and even your spouse, whoever's the partner in the business, if you have one, they can be using it too. So it's universal on whatever product you have.
Yeah. Perfect. Everyone's saying thank you, Eric. You're amazing. Thanks. What am I, chopped liver? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, and Tanya, thank you. Great stuff.
I love it.
Is there just one app? Yeah, just one app, right?
Just one.
Just one app. We like to keep things simple.
I know. I like that. No, they're like, there's only one. I find like 5 more of these apps. Lots more to come.
Yeah, I love this because it's a great little tool. It opens up the door for so much opportunity, especially B-backs. You know, I'm going to be the first to admit I'm terrible on follow-up. And so this thing is awesome for a follow-up reminder, and it also builds immense value for people. And I'm all about value. It's like what you put out in the universe comes back to you tenfold. And if you're out there just trying to make sales, you may be putting value with your products and services that you have with what they can do, but they don't know that yet. And so this is a way where you're coming from an extreme place of value for them to go, wow, this person is somebody I should probably talk to. And if they don't, sign up that moment, which I don't know why they wouldn't, but if they legitimately don't have the money for it in their bank account to get started for your home business, you better be certain that they're going to hustle to get it. rather than put it on the back burner like maybe they've been doing before for you. And guys, Eric said it, January 1st is coming up, is a perfect time for your prospects to know about saving money for 2015 because we're starting the year off fresh. It's absolutely perfect for you guys.
Yes.
Janet, no, there's not really a time limit to sign up for this Rocket Recruiting. Is there, Eric? She gets paid. Janet's saying she gets paid on Friday, which is tomorrow, and she wants to sign up for it. I guess maybe to do the full year.
Nope. We didn't do any sort of, again, this is something I did get value from Tanya. This is, we're not going to put a time limit on it.
Cool. Yeah, and I'll have it on my blog. I like just having this available not only to you guys that may not be on my team, but you have your own teams that you run. I'm going to put this on my blog as an evergreen webinar that people can access because my team's going to be growing and I want to plug my team into this kind of stuff. So it's just going to be there on my blog. So I'll send the recording out for you guys tomorrow. Unless there's any other questions, can you guys do me a massive favor? Eric Tibbets has a Facebook fan page. If you just go into Facebook and you search Eric Tibbets, his fan page will come up. And if you got value out of tonight, I'm a big believer in putting credit where credit is due. So go on to his fan page if you found value out of tonight and definitely connect with him and tell him how awesome he is. We all love hearing that. So go and tell him how awesome he is and how excited you are to be in his world. Please do that for him.
Oh, Tanya, you are awesome.
Awesome. Eric, thank you very much. And in a couple days, we are off to Playa del Carmen for our Christmas vacation. So if I don't see you guys or talk to you guys before the holiday season, I wish you and your family an awesome, awesome holiday season. I start my holiday early. Hope you guys do too. And have fun with that Rocket Recruiting app. And I'd love to hear your stories with it as well. I'm sure Eric would like to do the same. So please give us feedback on it. And just crush it over the holidays, guys, with your friends and family. It's the best little thing for your business. Anything to add, Eric? You good? Tired,
I'm good.
hungry?
Happy holidays. Have an incredible holiday season, an amazing 2015. I look forward to both Tanya and I helping you guys absolutely explode your business and helping others, live the life that they're been dreaming about. So thank you very much. You guys have a million places you could have been tonight. You were here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you very much. Good night, everybody. Be blessed. Have a wonderful week.